Time for adventure on the Clockwork Ruins galaxy, and also the Comet medal for the Clockwork Ruins galaxy. It's at the Comet medal's at the very end of this level, so don't forget about that. This is a pretty fun galaxy. I like the concept of it. Just a lot of large moving clocks, basically. Simple platforming, no gimmicks, no new power-ups or anything like that. But a lot of challenging platforming, which I liked, which is, this series' roots. So they're kind of getting back to the basics for the very end of the game. So one new thing that I started doing on this guide that I don't know why it took me so long to do this for all of my guides, but I've started adding a very brief little text overlay at the beginning of the video that says the name of the game, and in this game's case, the name of the galaxy, and then the name of the level that I'm playing, or the name of the star that I'm going for. And it's a very simple addition, but I think it adds a lot. I think it just makes it a little bit more professional, a little bit more clear as to what video you're watching, even though it's probably on the name of the page that you're looking at as well. But I don't know. I think there's a small chance it's adding a lot. But the point that I'm trying to get to is that I'm constantly looking to improve these guides that I make. And I think everybody's looking to constantly improve everything that they do. So if you have any suggestions for things we can do to improve these guides, let me know. One thing that I know I want to do eventually, and I've been talking about this for a while, I just haven't found the technology available for it, is I want to have multiple audio tracks, like a director's commentary on a DVD. So if you don't like me talking over these videos and you just want to watch strictly gameplay, then you could. Quick note here. So all the floor falls out. If you don't want to take the path all the way around, you can wall kick off the walls right by where I flip that switch and just go get up on the top barrier of this whole thing and just walk around the outside of the frame to get right to the switch that you need to flip to open up the star to move on. It's a little trick that I picked up when I was doing the green star. So you'll see this video, or you can see what I'm talking about on the green star, one of the green star videos for this level. Anyway, so improvements for these guides. I know that I do a lot to not have dead silence when I'm talking. I try to have something interesting to talk about if there's not a lot of crazy strategy. I know not everybody likes the voiceovers, but a lot of people do. A lot of people end up watching. I get emails all the time from people saying that they watch the voiceovers, particularly the ones with Dan and I getting drunk and just making fun of the game, that people end up watching the guides of games that they don't even have, just for the voiceovers. So, for projects like this where I'm just going solo, even the guides where we're both talking, I do a lot to make sure that I have notes written down. I have things to talk about, so it's not just dead air. So that was the Comet medal. Just ride one of the wheels to the very top. Pretty straightforward. You have to do the same process again at the very end to get the star. One thing I was thinking about for this guide is splitting the videos up into, if the levels at least that had bosses, splitting those up into multiple segments for just ease of navigation. But then I also realized that means another video ad, which I know most people don't like, because they can, the ads on my website, the video ads are always less than 15 seconds. Well, I should take that back. If I'm using the 5-men player, I have no control over it. If it's our own self-hosted video, then they're all 15 seconds or less. Other websites that are using our videos, they might have more. So that was one of the reasons that I decided to keep the videos as short as possible. I'm sorry, not as short as possible. Keep them longer instead of splitting them up into multiple boss segments. But then it also might have been a little bit easier for someone who's just stuck on the boss to get right to the very end of the video. But I don't know. That's a very minor thing, I think. I don't know, just things like that. If there's anything that you see in any of my guides that you think could be better, I think the gameplay is good. good enough. It's not like a speed run or anything. I try to make these guides easy for anybody to follow, the gameplay at least, and try not to do all sorts of crazy tricks that the game wouldn't expect you to do. Like a lot of guides do like speed runs where they, you know, they're pulling off all sorts of crazy tricks that really weren't intended to be done in the game, and I don't like that personally. So to get the star at the very end, got to ride one of these wheels up to the top, and there's going to be a couple of poles that you can spin off on and jump to the very top to get the star.